And, it's a good opportunity to be here, and I'm glad that I can. And, God has just put a word on my heart that I'm ready to share. So, again, we're in Potential Week. We're just teaching, we're preaching about, just the potential. And so far, I've talked about how I talked about how to unlock it for ourselves. And today, I'm going to talk about unlocking it in the next generation. And so, you know, as I've said before, in especially in these past few streams that I've done, if you've tuned into any of them, I've always said this in a lot of them, and I said we as Christians have to be about souls in order to have a serious relationship with God. That is our number one mission, is to get souls for Jesus. And I mean, that's just what it is, because that's we were here to spread the gospel and to get others to come and to become Christians with us. That's why we're here. Otherwise, if our job was only to be saved, we would have died instantly after being saved, so that way he could just take us up. If that was the only reason why we were here, no, we're here to spread the gospel. We're here to, um, you know, to get people to show miracles, to show wonders, um, and that's why we're here. We need to start developing Christians to fight for those souls too. All these new Christians that are coming in, all these, the older Christians need to start imparting into their life. The younger Christians, we need older men and women to start in putting into their life everything that they've learned. And so that way it isn't only what that younger kid, that younger Christian has learned, it is also what their mentor has learned. That's also what their pastor has learned. When they start imparting that, it keeps getting put into the younger generation, which helps them figure out their problems easier. So, as I said in yesterday's stream, we talked about uh, how to unlock the potential in yourself. Just quick, we can look back here and let's see where one. Let's see, we're there. Everyone has the potential. We were always created to bring Him the glory, and we can never reach our full potential without God. That's how that helped us unlock ours. So today I'm going to help you unlock others after those steps, or before. That kind of help you to find what you need to impart in. And that is this. I'm going to give that to you. I'm we're going to help ever since I've been traveling with Uncle Sean. Uh he's been helping me, unlock my potential. He's been spending time correcting me and guiding me and showing me what I need to do, to increase my relationship with God. He's spent with me. He's given me the personal talks of, hey, this needs to stop in this area, and we need to, do more in this area, so that way we can help, that way your relationship gets better. And that's what we need to start doing. We need to find people that will start doing that. And and in my future, I want to help someone. I want to mentor someone. I want to give someone else the opportunities that I have been given. Sure, they may be a little bit, because I want to be a pastor. So if I want to be a pastor, I want to give someone else the chance to be, under me, and to show them how it works. Like Dr. Sean has been, showing me how the church works from the evangelist side, from the prophet side. I've been traveling with him everywhere, and it's been amazing seeing how, I can look at all these different churches of how they work, and it's just a great honor to be able to do that. I want to do that for someone else. I want to do that for the next generation. I want to help someone in the next generation. I want to help someone in the generation that's not even born yet. I want to help them build their relationship with Christ, and I want to show them what I had to go through in order to get here. And that way, hopefully, it makes them easier. They're help them with knowledge and wisdom and guidance, as Dr. Strong is doing for me. He's always imparting. He's always giving me something, and it's just a great honor to be here. And so, I want to give you guys a few steps to find someone and what to do with them in your church or in your community once you've found them and wanted to start teaching them. And it goes like this. So the first one, you need to look around and see how God has gifted others. We need to look and see how God has gifted others. We need to see people for their future potential, not their past mistakes. That's what we need to look at. We can't be judgmental of these people. Like here, Matthew 7, 1 through 5 says, "Do not be a judge, or you too will be judged. For in the same way you judge others, and with the measure you use, it will be measured against you. Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? How can you say to your brother, 'Let me take the speck out of your eye,' when all this time there is a plank in your own eye? You hypocrite, first take the plank out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly and remove the speck from your brother's eye." You see, we can't judge others on their past mistakes because we have past mistakes. We can't judge. It doesn't even matter if it seems worse for them. Oh, they did this and this. I only did this and this. Sin is sin when it comes down to it. If you sin, you're a sinner. And everyone has sinned. Everyone was a sinner. You can't judge people on their past mistakes. You can't dictate their future on their past mistakes either. That's not how it works. We need to change our vision and see people for who they can be, not for who they were. We need to look for someone who can be a leader. Find someone that is hungry. Find someone that wants to learn. Find someone that, who cares about their group mates. Because if you can find those, you can find yourself a leader. A leader is always striving for more. Always, they want to learn more. They're hungry. They're striving to be in relationship with God. They care for their group members. Their underlings, they're the ones that they're leading. They care for them. And so we need to look and we need to find people who have the gift of leadership. Put them under a good leader and teach them how to be a good leader. And then with your experience and theirs, they'll be an even better leader than you were. That's the whole goal. We want the people of the future to be better than the past. That's why we learn. That's why we impart knowledge. That's why we impart wisdom into people. This is why we transition this. This is why we always, we have to find the younger generation. We need to teach them in the correct ways. And after you found yourself a leader, after you found yourself someone who's striving and hungry for God, give them opportunities. Practice makes perfect. Practice is how things get better. Give them chances to speak. Whether it be at youth group or whether it be at, just little meetings. Give them something. Put them up there. Let them introduce the service. Let them pray for the service right away up front. Give them chances to lead. If you ever have like a work day at the church, put him or her in charge of a group of people. Here, go do this. I want you to lead them, though. I want you to be their guide. I want you to make sure everything gets done. Give them chances to learn. Bring them to leadership classes with you. Take them to conferences with you. Bring them somewhere where they can get someone to impart a word into their life. So that way they don't only see your perspective, but they also see theirs. Help them be able to take in sources. Give them opportunities. Give them books. Give them, recordings. Give them CDs. Give them whatever they can. If they're really hungry, they'll listen. They'll find a way. Help them grow their seed in relation with God. Help them grow the seed of relationship with God. Help them take care of it. Help them nurture it. Help them weed around it. Hey, here, we just need to take a couple of these weeds out and then everything will be good. Do the same thing with their seed of leadership. Take care of it. Nurture it. Make sure that it looks good. Weed it. Perfect it. It's going to be uncomfortable for them at first because it's a new experience. It's a new thing that's happening. They're not used to it. So ease their way into bigger things. Like I said, start with them starting a service, then have them talk after the service, have them talk before the preaching starts about, let them give their little message. Do something. Give them little steps so that way they can become better leaders. So that way that they can become used to talking. So that way that they can become used to leading in these groups of people. Which, here's my third and final one. Make sure to give affirmation and correction. Even though, we all have different love languages, whether it be, physical touch, personal time, affirmation, you have gifts, you have, servitude. It was something like you give your time to them or whatever. You do something for them. Acts of service, there we go, that's what it is. It doesn't matter what you have. Affirmation and correction are always needed. Because when somebody's doing good and you don't have any vocal saying, "Oh, you did good," to be, or if you do something, or if they did something bad, and then you don't say anything, they're gonna do it again. You gotta get the correction in and say, "No, don't do this. Don't do this." 1 Thessalonians 5:11. Therefore, encourage one another, and one another. Okay, encourage one another and one another up. Just as you are. We need to encourage one another. We need to, increase them, not decrease them, We need to put time and correction into them, into their lives. We need to put affirmation. Because if all you do is correction, they start to lose, oh, well, I just can't do anything right then. Why do I even try at this point? Because all I know is that I'm going to get corrected in the end. So we need to it needs to be an equal balance of correction and affirmation. And when you give too much affirmation, they're like, oh, all I can do is right. I can't do anything wrong. That's where that hurts you too. So you have to have a balance of affirmation and correction. Proverbs 27:17. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. We need to sharpen one another. We need to, fine tune one another. We need to correct. We need to figure out. We need to help bring motivation. We need to help bring change into someone's life. That's why we're here. We need to get the souls and we need to change them. And how can you do that without, having a vocal relationship, affirming them and correcting them? No relationship can be complete without vocalization. You can't have a solid relationship and never talk to a person. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. And so, I just encourage you, start talking with someone. Start building up your relationship with someone. Start building it up with the pastor more. Start building it up with your, evangelist, with your prophet, with whoever you got in contact with. Increase your relationship with them and communicate. Because iron sharpens iron as such, as one person sharpens another. Now remember, keep this in mind. Find someone and encourage them. Find someone and help guide them. Because that's our number one job, is find the souls and never judge them on their past. Only look at them for their future. And remember, guys, we thank you for always tuning in. We always thank you for doing that. We thank you for your consistency. We thank you for, your willingness to be here. I thank you for listening. Remember, we are supported by you, though. If you can, please hit #donate on Facebook. It will send you a little link that you can click onto in a little bit. Click onto it after the stream. You can shoot over there. We'll give you this whole thing that you got to fill out. Or you could go, we have Cash App. You go SSM Strong. You can send the money there. If you don't want to do any of that, you can go to our ministry page, standingstrongministries.org. And if you can donate there, that would be great. We're so thankful for our monthly supporters. We're thankful for for you guys. If you're going to support us, donate to us. We're thankful for all of you. We'll pray for you. We do whatever we can to help you because you help us. And again, remember,